Hi and hello loud thinkers, how have you been? Well, I've been great and I've been thinking who should we talk to next. So what I did is I kind of dug a little bit from my past and thought I should get someone who definitely knows how to speak her mind and speak it really well. She thinks on her toes, and which is exactly why she's in a profession that requires her to do so. Well, I'm from Mumbai originally, and in case you're from Mumbai as well, you would definitely know her because she ruled the airwaves there a couple of years back, and currently she's a Dubai-based RJ. One really hot shot RJ, which is Tarana. If you're from Mumbai, you would definitely know the Jaggu Tarana show. Both of them, along with their show, have now moved to Dubai and they continue to rule the airwaves there. But yes, I got a little lucky. I got in touch with her and we decided to think aloud a little more. And definitely we have her story for you, how she did films, how she got into radio, how she's also doing television and a lot more. So you stay tuned till Let's Think Aloud, and we're going to be talking to her shortly. Shortly nahi yaar, bas bilkul abhi. Chale?
Hi Imani, I think aloud all the time.
I know. In fact, when I was talking about thinking aloud, I said Tarana has to be the last person who must be thinking aloud. She must be talking aloud, not thinking much, but just talking.
That's true. You don't have much time to think before you speak. So we're pretty lucky that we get away with what we say on air.
Exactly. So I have to tell everyone, and I have to tell you especially that I don't know if you even know this, that you were the one who sowed the seed of radio in my mind. This was like almost a decade ago when I would be going to work and listening to you on radio, and I thought, wow, like if I ever get into radio, this is how I want to be. I don't know if I've even been able to do half as much, but thank you so much for inspiring me to do radio.
How cool it is to be inspiring. Thank you.
And how cool it is to let the person know who's inspired you. I didn't think I would ever get this chance to let you know that it's because of you, or you were kind of a trigger for me to get into radio.
Well, I'm glad that you did. It's great fun, isn't it?
It's amazing. I love it, and I'm so glad that I'm talking to you. So for all those people who have never been to Mumbai, who've never been to Dubai, or who have been, I have to tell you that Tarana is the number one jock. She was the number one jock in Mumbai, and now she's ruling the airwaves in Dubai. So Tarana, let me first begin by telling all our listeners, how did radio really happen to you? How did you become the live wire that you are?
I started way back in 97. It was just a random thing back then, and I think even now, anything that intrigues me, I say yes to. So I got a call from a friend of mine saying, hey, college is out. Do you want to try radio? And at that point, I was already acting and doing television and things. So I said, yeah, why not?
Okay.
So I went and auditioned and I started doing news.
Oh,
and
okay.
Quite bad. If anyone has a recording of what I started with, I remember doing elocution on air. I was enunciating every single word and being very formal. You could actually picture me standing with my arms folded trying to do some poetry recitation. But
okay.
So what happened was we used to do news, and then before the news capsule began, I used to banter with the RJs who were hosting at that point.
Okay.
And that was casual and that was real. And then they had, the epiphany to think, hey, she'll actually be better as a host than doing just news.
Right.
And they just said, be yourself. And I think that's what I've been doing. So I don't know if I'm good or bad, but I'm me.
Yeah, and that is what's best about you. And you've done TV, you've done radio. When I spoke to you the other day, you told me that you can't be doing just one thing or two things. You have to be doing many things. So what are the many things that Tarana loves to do?
I like it all, yeah. At the end of the day, if someone asks me, how was your day? I should be able to say productive.
Right.
And half of it can't be productive, the rest of it also has to be productive. But I think I'm a bit of a workaholic, because most people would kill to be able to have a great work-life balance.
Right.
So I work half the day and then I can do whatever I please for the rest, at least right now in Dubai. And that's killing me, and everyone else wants to give me one tight slap.
Which is fantastic. I was thinking, you're doing radio in Dubai. You do TV and films in India. You were recently in a very popular TV show, Bade Achhe Lagte Hain. I don't mind taking the name because it was a lovely show, and you were in that. And I was wondering, okay, so she does radio every day, a morning show in Dubai, and then she comes here to do TV, and then you've also done films. You've done Karthik Calling Karthik, you've done Laga Chundri Meda, you've done Jodi Breakers, Pyar Ke Side Effects. How did you get into films? Tell us a little.
I just got a call and they said, will you come, be part of this film? And I said, yes, okay.
So this was when you were doing radio in Mumbai?
The thing is, most people think I did radio and then started doing television, but it was the other way around.
Okay.
I was always doing TV, but I used to be anchoring stuff and hosting stuff because I didn't want to do acting.
Right.
I never wanted to be an actor.
Oh,
And so
okay.
you keep getting offers, and I'd say I don't have the temperament, because essentially you sit around the whole day
Right.
and you don't have a personal life. You can't plan holidays. You can't have Diwali. You can't have Christmas. You can't have anything, normal.
Exactly.
And I'm too much of a free spirit to be tied down to one thing. So for many years I said no. And then I decided to take on TV shows provided they only worked with me 15 days a month. Which is the
Okay.
quite silly way of going about it, because essentially you make money every day that you work.
That's true.
So the more days you work, the more money you make. And I was just like, I will die if I have to work more than 15 days a month. So I have actually never ever wanted to do more. Because and that's the only way you could actually do radio every day. Plus, because I wasn't going to quit radio, I couldn't do, I definitely couldn't play lead, because you would be signing away
Right.
not just 30 days of your life, but about 20 hours of your day.
Your entire life, basically.
Yes, signing away your entire life. And I said, I don't want to do that. I'm happy playing character roles, because
Right.
it's usually fun. I've been blessed because I've actually got really nice character roles to play.
Right. Which is so interesting, because even the character roles that you played are very much you. You could make out this is the Tarana that you hear on radio, and you can see her on the silver screen. So how did films happen? Is there any particular film that came up and you said, okay, let me just try it out, and then how?
Okay, but see, acting is acting. So I'm happy to do it on TV, on stage, in film, wherever there's an opportunity. So Saket basically called me and said, I am making a film, Pyar Ke Side Effects.
Right.
First one, and I think he auditioned me, or he met me because he wanted me to play a one scene role, which was what Sapna Bhavnani did with Ranveer.
Okay.
She played his crazy girlfriend.
Right.
Because he said, if anybody can give it back to Ranveer, you can.
Okay.
And I said, it's fine, but don't you have anything bigger? So he said, well, I do have a bigger role, but that's of Rahul Bose's sister, and she's supposed to bully him. So I said, if I can bully
Rahul Bose.
Ranveer, I can definitely be Rahul.
I know.
And that's how it happened. But it was just like, it was a meeting and it happened. And then I got a call from Dada, Pradeep Sarkar, for Laga Chudri Medad.
Right.
And auditioned, and that was it. But see, films come once in a while when
True.
people remember you. And if you think the character suited me to a T, it's because I think directors cast actors who would fit their characters.
Right.
And then half the job is done.
Fabulous. So ever since you've made your mark back to radio in Mumbai, so ever since you made your mark there have been so many radio stations now. There's been like a radio boom in India. There's so many RJs, so many popular RJs. So what's the difference you see in the radio industry or in the RJs that the radio jockeys maybe then, like maybe a couple of years back and now?
I was inspired to join radio. The RJs were really, really good.
Okay.
They were very well spoken. They had a great command over the language. They knew their music, and they were intelligent.
Right.
The current crop of RJs, I'm not saying that they're not intelligent, but I think unfortunately they need to cater to the lowest common denominator, which means you have to dumb yourself down. So I don't see anybody living up to their potential. Maybe they're all great speakers, but I don't see it. So I understand now when people say, oh God, RJs go on and on and on and on, shut up and play the music. I get it.
I know.
It's insulting. I mean, I'm in the same field. I am an RJ, but I get it.
Great. So India to Dubai. So what's next for you? What films? Because your TV show, the most recent one, has ended. So what can we see Tarana next in? All the people here who cannot.
Somebody cast me. Somebody write a show that comes to Dubai and then I'll act in it.
Yeah, but you can always come to India, right? You keep shuffling. You're a broke trotter between both Dubai and India.
That's but I don't know who will be able to cast someone who is only available on the weekend.
So when you come here, when you go to India for your TV shows, so then you always have a backup because you have a partner in crime, that's Jaggu. Okay, I have to tell everybody, it was a Jaggu Tarana show that went from India to Dubai, and the entire show was picked up, right?
Yeah.
So then who does the show with Jaggu? Or does he like miss you and cry on air? What does he do?
Oh, he hates to host the show alone.
Oh.
I'm all right to host alone. I mean, beyond a week or so, then you start like, oh God, now where is Jaggu?
Yeah,
He just hates it. He's never liked to, he just hates it.
Oh, okay. So, what's your daily routine like, Tarana?
I'm up pretty early because the show is live on air at 6 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
So basically up at 5 in the morning every day, and then you rush to work and you start, and then post the show. People think, "Arey, but you're done in 4 hours, so you can go home." No, you sit and you prepare for the next day, and that makes people think that we're scripting, but we're not. We're basically going through stuff, following events around the world, trying to see what the next big thing is on a daily basis, and then that serves as inspiration.
Right.
So we're inspired to do our own version of the Commonwealth Games on air, and we're going to call it the Kalmari Games.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's actually, so you sit and prepare questions, then you sit and write a promo for it. Then I wanted to create, like a sound bed and like a title track and things like that. So we create that, we get it made. So all of that is the prep work that goes in, because everything you hear on the show is created by us.
Fabulous. So, we have this very interesting segment on this podcast, which we call is the quick pod, which means like it's a rapid fire round. We call it the quick pod. So, with our live wire, and I love that name. I don't know, I thought of it yesterday and decided I'm going to call Tarana the live wire that I have on my show.
For me, bubbly is okay.
Oh wow, not bubbly. Oh, not bubbly. Live wire. I like live wire. It's chic and urban and it just suits you well.
Thank you.
Okay, so you wake up one morning for a film with a big banner, but it requires your commitment for the next 6 months. What do you do?
I take it.
Jaggu! Okay, voice of radio or the chic urban face of TV? What is it?
Both.
Okay, a film you really enjoyed doing?
I think Pyar Ke Side Effects.
Okay.
Also Lakshmi Chundri Mein Daag. Actually, all of the films, they've all been cool.
Okay, you're smart and sexy. Your mantra of fitness?
I have to work out every day these days. It's very annoying.
Oh, really?
I can't rely on metabolism anymore.
But when do you work out? In the evenings?
In the evenings, provided I've had my nap.
Oh man. Okay.
If I'm not cooking.
Oh, if you're not cooking, I know. If you were to keep quiet for an entire day, you would?
I'd manage.
Really?
Yeah. If I were to keep still for an entire hour, I would die.
Okay, and thinking aloud to you is?
Speaking my mind.
Yeah, thank you so much, Tarana. And I must say, this is one of the interviews that I really, really enjoyed doing. Not because it was you, but it was someone who, like I said, has been the person who made me enjoy and love talking the way I do.
You're very cute, Imani. Thank you very much.
Thank you.